Morning, everybody. How's it going today? How's your Tuesday going so far? I hope it's amazing. I've never been a fan of 50s music. Just not my thing. 60s, love them. 70s, love them. 80s, 90s, 50s, not so much. And I love music. What I do love is when water temps get in the 50s. Because every place I've been this morning, I was as low as 57.9, and I'm at 58.6 right now. Now, what I will say is it's flat like glass this morning, and it was cold when I left the dock, but not bitter cold. It was in the mid 40s, but it's still gonna take this temp down every single day. You know, it's supposed to be a nice, clear, sunny day again today, so that will bring things back up a little. But we're never, this time of year, even the eternal optimist, you're not going back the other way. Sorry, I'm throwing the chandelier this morning, and I've been having some technical difficulties. My spool brake on my reel, if it's not just tight enough, boy, it throws a pretty wicked bird's nest. I spent half an hour last night at the kitchen table before dinner taking one out. I got it, and this morning's been iffy for me at best. It's funny, I used to only fish bait casting gear years ago, like when I had my tackle shop and I had my Lund. I had a Lund 2025 Pro V. It was a beautiful boat. Big Minn Kota bow mount on it, and it's funny. It was a walleye boat, but I didn't fish walleyes very often in those days. I fished a lot of largemouth. Lots and lots of greenfish. And it was 99% of the time I was on the bow of the boat, and I was throwing bait casting gear. And a lot of times in those days, it was just flipping and pitching stuff. But so anyways, I was talking about water temp. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. These water temps are not going back up. It's October. It's not May. So this is what we've been waiting for. Like, this is the start of it. Problem is this north and northeast wind just hasn't wanted to let up. And for whatever reason, people can say a lot of things. The pressure's up, but the, like that solar lunar table between the correlation between this north wind and this weird moon, which I don't understand moon phases. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm starting to learn. I'm trying to learn. I have it on good authority that it's important, and it's something that has a real effect on things. Now, I'll say it for the thousandth time for myself, because so when I was a guide, you couldn't have stopped trips because of it, or said, hey, the moon phase is wrong today, or the wind is wrong today, unless it was too heavy on the lake. But like river fishing, you were booked every day, you went every day. And now doing this, I do a morning report every day, and I go fishing every day. And some days fishing's fishing. Some days you come out here in the morning and you land right on them and you pound them. This morning, I've been shallow all morning on different pieces of structure, looking for smallmouth specifically. I have thrown, the holy grail of smallmouth lures. I've thrown the A-rig. I've thrown top water. I've thrown jerk baits. I've thrown jig and a craw. I've had 2 bites this morning, both on the top water, and both, it's funny, the first one came back twice. He come up and he didn't swirl, he went just like this, whoom. But he you could clearly see he was just beyond my lure. Like he wasn't on that popper. And then I let it sit, and I twitched it one more time, and he came right back. But he still didn't grab it. I never once felt tension. And that was the first spot this morning. I'm on spot number 3. That was the first spot this morning. And like I say, that was within the first 5 casts. I got to the third spot, first cast, top water. Had another one just blow right up on it. I mean, just a big gaping hole in the water underneath it. I never felt tension, and he was never there. Oh well. But I fished a lot of solid smallmouth gear over 3 good smallmouth spots, and there was obviously fish on them, but they didn't want to know nothing. I finessed it down to a single swim bait. I did a bunch of things, but fishing's fishing, right? So the puzzle today didn't get figured out, even though I am so anxiously awaiting when this thing is going to be on fire. I have heard all the stories. The people at Douglas Rods hooked me up with another X Matrix. This one is a 7'11". This is a heavy action fast taper. And man, does this thing chuck this big chandelier. Brown Dog tackle. I have a video coming out that I did with the guys from Brown Dog. Larry Mazer was out that day. Ian couldn't make it. But Douglas Rods has been so great to me. They gave me this rod, this loaner rod to do for a video, because I'm trying to get. we got 4 or 5 fish catches on it that day during the instruction, and I think it's going to be great. And you should be seeing that pretty soon. It's on Courtney's editing bench now. But I've heard all the stories. I've seen the videos of other people. When this thing comes into fashion, and I've yet to. That day, Larry got a nice big 21-inch walleye on it. I've caught 2 smallmouth on it that day with him. I've fished it every day since then. But again, I'm fishing it on days where nothing else is working either. For me. I know other people catch fish. I only tell you guys what I do every day in the amount of time that I have. I know that there's fish in this lake that'll bite on any given day. It's just the law of averages. Not every single fish, not every school is going to be inactive. But I've thrown it every day, and I'm not doing much on anything else either. So it's not like I can say, this thing doesn't work. I know it works, and I'm patiently waiting for the day where it starts to work and everything turns back around. Because once we get this wind back in the right direction, and if this moon is causing issues, this moon goes away, it's got to be fairly soon, any day now. Water temps are right. I was in this one. So 2 of the shallow spots, I had bait on the surface. I couldn't tell you what they were. I could just see dimples all over the place, and they, when they scatter. But they were there. So if the food's there, the hungry fish are there somewhere. You just got to put that puzzle together. So, all right, that's my morning. I'm going to get stuff done, and it's Tuesday. I'm not sure what the rest of the week holds yet. It looks like it's going to be good weather, and I got a lot of work to get done this week, so I have a little breathing room before the next big job comes in. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being supportive. And as always, have a great Tuesday and keep your tip up.